everybody, and welcome to another edition of Senators All Access presented by Bell. I'm Gord Wilson, following Ottawa's 3-2 shootout loss to the Buffalo Sabres. In just a moment, we'll be joined by Senators forward Erik Condra. But first, a scoring recap. And for just the sixth time this season, the Senators actually opened the scoring in a hockey game. Milan McCulloch, with his team-leading ninth goal of the season, gave Ottawa a 1-0 lead after one period of play. Derek Roy then tied things up with his second of the year for Buffalo in period number 2. And shortly after that, Jordan Leopold scored his second of the season, and the Sabres jumped out to a quick 2-1 lead midway through period number 2. However, the Senators' Erik Condra got that one back with his first of the season on a beautiful breakaway play fed by Zach Smith, and Condra made no mistake finding the 5-hole, and that tied the hockey game at 2. No scoring done in the third period of play. While the Senators were badly outshot, Craig Anderson rock solid in goal for the Senators in the third. The game went to overtime, no scoring done there. And then for the fourth time this season, the Senators went to a shootout, and the shootout went 6 players deep. And Milan McCulloch and Jason Spezza scored for Ottawa. Carlson, Foligno, Dogovans, and Butler did not for the Ottawa Senators. Vanek and Boys would score for Buffalo. Gerby, Pominville, Stafford would not, and then the game was on the stick of Derek Roy, and the Rockland native scored the game winner as the Sabres go home happy with a 3-2 shootout victory. All right, as promised, following a 3-2 overtime shootout loss to the Buffalo Sabres, we're joined by Erik Condra. First of all, some of your thoughts on this one. This is, in typical Ottawa-Buffalo fashion, tight, close-knit hockey game. Yeah,
it was a hard-fought game and back and forth the first couple periods. I think in the third we kind of let up a little bit, and they kind of took it to us. We were defending more than we should have, but we took it in overtime, and we've had a few shootout wins, and you can't win them all in a shootout.
Congratulations on your first goal of the season. You would say that it's probably long overdue, but worth waiting for. That was a beauty.
Yeah, thank you. We kind of hemmed in our zone a little bit, and Zach Smith had some patience when he got the puck, and they made a change, and I ended up sneaking behind them.
Like well behind them. There wasn't anybody around. It was like a 75-foot breakaway.
I had some time.
You had some time to think about it. Sometimes you can get accused, or players can be accused of overthinking. Were you thinking shot 5-hole right away?
I saw it a little bit. You never know when you're going down. You just make a split-second decision.
Looks like you and Zach Smith have found some chemistry. There's no doubt that on the penalty kill, you set up Zach against Montreal for a shorthanded effort. I think you set him up again against the Sabres here tonight for another good scoring chance. The chemistry, if you can, just talk a little bit about that and how well it's working with Zach.
Yeah, when you play with a guy, especially on the PK, you read off of him, and sometimes the power play gets a little lackadaisical. They all think about offense, and if we can turn that around on them, we're definitely going to try that.
Talk about the penalty kill and how much you're doing of the penalty kill now. You're starting to really get into a rotation with Zach mostly, and a little bit with Kasper's Dogovans. It's a comfortable role for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's we're getting on the same page now, and we're all knowing our roles and what we need to do to keep them limitless on the power play. So. It's been better. Yeah.
The homestand, not great so far. 1 point out of a possible 4. You've got the New York Rangers to wrap things up. Just a quick thought on them and what you need to do to come away with a win.
It's a big game for us before we go on the road for a while, and we need to just stick to our game, get pucks behind their D, and get shots on net and guys to the net. And when we're skating up and down the ice is when we're at our best.
All right. Thank you for this. Congratulations on the first goal of the season. I'm sure many more to come.
Thanks, Gord.
Erik Condra following a 3-2 shootout loss to the Sabres. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Senators All Access presented by Bell. Our next show comes up following Ottawa's next home game, which is set for Wednesday, November the 9th, when the New York Rangers come to town. I'm Gord Wilson. We'll see you then.